through so many traumatic things: abuse, violated, abandonment. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Kimberly Shantae. I wanted to do a video. This has been on my heart for some time. I wanted to do a video to just discuss some things from my past and just share in hopes that it can help someone else. So, trigger warning that this could be traumatic. So if you have any kind of trauma in your life and you're not interested in hearing other people's story, please click off. I want to be upfront about that. Before we get into it, this is going to be a get ready with me. As you can see, my face is clean and ready. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And if you've been here before, I really appreciate you and thank you for your continued support. So what I wanted to discuss in this video is I have experienced a lot of trauma within my life, and I just wanted to have a conversation about how, even though I experienced those things, I was able to overcome them and find peace, happiness, and joy, and to become a well-rounded person. Because I know that when you go through trauma, sometimes it's hard to get beyond the trauma. It's hard to see beyond the trauma. And I think it's important to have these conversations so that someone can see somebody just like you are that went through similar things but was able to overcome them and become a well-rounded person. I'm going to do a get ready with me as I talk about this situation and how I was able to overcome them. I'm not going to discuss the products I'm using. I'll just leave a link to them in the description. I just want to be able to have this conversation without talking about the products. So there's that. So I just felt like I've done a pretty good job overcoming a lot of life challenges. And what I mean by challenges is I lost my mom at an early age of 8. I went through a lot of abusive situations because when you don't have your parents, sometimes things happen outside of your control. Even sometimes with your parents, things can happen outside of your control. But in my case, my mom passed early on in my life. So I had to deal with abandonment. And that was no choice of hers. But as an 8-year-old, you don't know, you don't understand the scope of everything that's going on. And this person never comes back. So I dealt with that, dealt with my mom passing, leaving the house to go to the grocery store and never coming back. So as a child, that's what you know. She's gone and she's never coming back. And then as an adult, you grow and you feel like friends, I would say, call me when you get home to let me know you're home. Anybody who left the house, I would have anxiety about people leaving my house. Even my kids, I still suffer a little bit with it, but I don't let it drive me. I really pray and I ask God to help me with that. I even sought counseling because when I was going through I was married and we were having issues and we went to marriage counseling. And I've shared that I've sought counseling after I got a divorce. So I'm a firm believer in counseling and talking through your stuff. And I also surround myself with people that I can trust and that I can have those conversations with, and I feel like it won't be shared. And they support me and they help me work through those issues or through whatever I'm talking about at that moment. So that has helped me throughout time. I still deal with having this overwhelming feeling at times about anybody who I care about, who I love, that leaves my presence to drive and go places. I still have those, like the anxiety or just the feeling of no control, because you don't have any control and you don't know how they're going to be, if they're going to be safe. But what I have learned is all I can do is pray. I meant to do my eyes first and I didn't. all I can do is pray and ask God to cover them and just believe that they're going to be okay. Believe that they're going to be okay. But because I deal with those issues and I've learned how to cope, in a sense, to allow God to be God and not feel like I have to control anything, because I have no control over anything. And I've realized that that's one of the main things about this whole situation. Learning you don't have control and learning to let go and let God. And then I've been in situations where I was violated. Because of YouTube, I can't really say what the R word is, but I've been violated. And to allow those people to still have some semblance of control over my life now that I'm an adult, would have been ludicrous to me. Because although I've been through those situations, do I want to allow them to allow me to be stagnant in life and not achieve all the things that I want to achieve because of those situations? Not saying that it wasn't bad, not saying that it wasn't wrong, but in all, in life, things happen to good people. A lot of bad things happen to good people. And for me personally, I decided a long time ago that the things that happened to me in my childhood and some of my adulthood, that I would not allow anyone to control me and take advantage of me into any more years of my life. And what I mean is, I can't allow people, because they hurt me those years ago, many years ago, to still have a place in my life, to still inflict pain by me allowing myself to stay stuck and not achieving and still acting out in those ways or acting a certain way because of what they've done to me. I decided to take my control back and live the best life that I can live. I decided a long time ago that I wanted to live a good life. I wanted to live a happy life and a joyful life. And if I didn't deal with, through counseling, talking to friends, being honest about my life and not hiding. I think sometimes the secrecy that comes along with being violated, that causes you so much more pain. Being secretive about what happened or when it happened or anything, that causes so much more pain than just telling the truth, being open to people that you can trust, and being honest about the circumstance. I'm not saying it's going to heal you from what happened, because it happened and it is still part of you, but you have to learn how to find the right resources. And like what I mean resources, friends, family you can trust, because not always family you can trust. And if you need medical attention, therapists, that's what I mean by medical attention, then do that. Get the counseling you need, get the help you need. But don't allow you as the victim to stay the victim forever. Because for me, I wanted control of my life. I didn't want no one to have any type of control on me. So I decided a long time ago to not stay there, to not stay stuck. And the pain that I went through, I used that to fuel me to be better as an adult. And what I mean by better, I got the counseling, I did the work to be better, to be whole, to be a whole person. I wanted to be whole, and I wanted to be happy, and I wanted to be free. They damage you. People damage you when they hurt you. Friendships, failed marriages, failed relationships, any relationship, all that damage you. But it's up to you to decide to get past it in a healthy way. Get past it in a healthy way and move on. Because although the abandonment, the violations, has affected me, I didn't allow it to define me. So that's the thing that I want to encourage anybody that needs to get beyond their traumatic childhood, to not allow it to define them. Because yes, that happened to me, but that's not who I am. And that's one thing that I've learned, is that it happened, but it's not who I am. And I'm not God, and I can't change the situation. I can't change it. So I've learned to just work with it, deal with it the way I just stated: counseling, talking to friends, and talking to family that I can trust. Just get you a good support system and build from there. And because of my true nature is a fighter. And I'm not talking about like physical fighter. I mean, I would if I have to, but I'm not talking about that. I'm a fighter in the sense of I want better. I want to do better. I want to live better. So although I went through those things, I couldn't allow myself to stay there, because for the life that I wanted to lead, I didn't think that staying there and using that as a cop-out for not succeeding, not growing, and not developing would have held me captive. And I feel like I have done really well in life, even though I've been through all those things. I've been through so many traumatic things: abuse, violated, abandoned, those things. And I just couldn't allow myself to not fully see who I am and love me. Because at the end of the day, that's really what it shook. Everything in me, going through all those traumatic situations, it really did not allow me to develop the way I wanted to develop as a kid, or the way I should have developed as a kid. It didn't allow me to develop the way I should, being happy and carefree. That life did not allow me to do those things. So instead of bringing it into my adulthood, I don't pretend like it never happened. Anybody that truly knows me knows it happened. But I don't allow myself to stay there, to stay stuck, to give them that type of leverage in my adult life, that I can't conquer the dreams that I want, that I can't be the woman that I want to be. So I'm just telling you that in life, things don't always go as planned. People take advantage of people. People misuse, hurt people. But don't ever allow someone and what they did to you to define who you are or change you for the bad. Because what I do is use all those bad circumstances that happened to me to fuel me to be better, to fuel me to be a better mom. That's what it did for me, because it allowed me to see how I would have wanted somebody to show up for me. So I put my energy in learning and meeting people and seeing good things in those people that I wanted to emulate. So I would I would have friends that had those different childhoods, that was able to develop the way they should have, and the way I should have been able to develop. I would meet people, and a lot of the good things that I met in people around throughout my life, I would emulate it, or I would talk to them and see how did you be like this? How do you do this? How do you do that? I just learned. I learned as much as I could about other people, the good things, other people, and how they were able to achieve and do those things, or how they learn how to be a mom. Just different tips, different tricks that you see that other people do. I saw it and you know what? I'm gonna use that. I saw it and I will use it. That's what I would do. Instead of taking everything as it is bad, like it's solely bad, and like nothing is good, I found good in the people. As I grew, as I changed, as I grew up, I found good things in people and things that I wanted to emulate that would help me throughout time. And emulating things, or people, like they say now, copying people, is not always bad. It can be good. And for me, it was good because I've learned a lot of things. I've learned a lot of helpful things that help me be a better mom, a better friend. I learned how to be a better friend by being friends to some of those great people, and we're still friends today. But I want to encourage you to not always feel like the world is against you and that you can't survive and you can't do great things, because we all can. We're all capable. Our circumstance may be different, but we're all capable of doing great things. This is a little off subject, but I just want to share I got this new product, NYX Wonder Stick, and I'm trying it out. But don't allow your circumstance to hold you back. Always try to be better and do better than your circumstance. If it's up to people, they will hold you down. Seek counseling, seek friend support, seek family support if that's available. Because not all times family is available for that. Y'all, my first time, well, not my first time, I'm trying to do these lashes. I've never been able to put lashes on yet. Not myself. Pray for me. But just try to find a way to find the support that you need. And friends can be supportive. Friends can be supportive too. I found great support systems in my friends. Oh shoot. Take that part out. So hey guys, this is the finished look. My first time ever putting on lashes. What do you think? I used the Duo glue and the Kiss Lashes Wispy. I wanted to just encourage you to find help, seek someone, because hurt people, and you don't want to continue your life and hurt people because of the hurt that you had in your childhood or early adulthood. Well, we should all strive to leave people better than what they were than when we met them. We don't want to damage people. We want people to feel good about their interaction with us, and we want to get beyond our hurt and pain in order to live the full life that we know that we all should have. And there is joy, there is peace, there's happiness that comes with dealing with your pain and not allowing it to overshadow who you are and who you were meant to be as a person. things happen, we have to learn how to deal with them, cope with them, and seek help in those times where we need the help and get the help. So I just wanted to have that conversation with y'all, discover some new makeup, and just share my experience and what I've done to overcome my traumatic childhood. And I hope this was helpful. I really appreciate you for watching, and thanks for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.